We are back at it again with another purchase from the Four Horsemen, one of their Friday sales, and this one was particularly rewarding. The box has been here for a bit. It has been sitting here just patiently hanging out. We are going to cut into this box and pull out the figure and see what Mark picked up from the Four Horsemen. That's coming up today on the Action Fig. Back in the saddle. So box has been opened, and as always I like to do these kind of, show you the package as it comes fresh, and you get to see what comes with it. There is some paperwork, as always. Who doesn't enjoy paperwork? And we lift the figure out. We see that we have a outstanding looking package. We're going to go throw it over there up on the stage in just a minute. Rest of the box looks like this. So there you have it, nothing but straight toy. Hang on a second while we switch gears. All right, here is our fig in the package. You can see it comes with a clamshell, a piece of cardboard. On the back, some wicked artwork. And you get to see a bunch of other characters from the Wave. There's the brand of toy manufacturer, some text. Really small, difficult to read text. Very small, but this is a cool shot. What I like about these guys is you can just peel it back and slip it out. All right, there is a cover, and we have some zip tie-age as always. Oh, look, there's a note. They're trying to say something. It's a message in a bottle, folks. Look at this. They're telling me what I need to know. It is recommended to heat it with a hair dryer. That is an excellent suggestion, despite the fact that it is summer, it's hot, and it's specifically hot here. We're just working on the twist ties. I can't tell you what the twist ties do to the fabric of the 1/6 12-inch figures, but they oftentimes have to be ironed afterwards, after opening them up, because of the twist ties. So it's kind of interesting. I like this little rubber band twist tie. Okay, here we go. We're gonna take our figure out. Sort of birthing. Look at that. I don't know if you guys know this, but this is particularly cool. Oh look, it's got a cape, and it's got a furry cloak. Oh, this is super cool, guys. You know. Oh, look at this. It's got its own cool longsword and scabbard. Here's a bag of stuff. Again, I've reviewed this where the bag is sealed, but they've sealed it with just sort of like a sealer, like a machine that which I own, and I could theoretically reseal it later. So I'm never bummed about opening these. Not that I'm trying to pass my stuff off as new, but I done a little bit of, I probably should have cut it. You know, I'm all about the use it or lose it generation. So we get a plethora of gear with the character. A helmet, the sort of obligatory belt that the other figure I bought came with. So they reused this belt for everybody. I'm sure it's a good belt. Look, here's what's known as a morning star. That's pretty cool. Some armor pieces here. These look like shoulder pieces, pauldrons. This is the back attachments. There's 3 of them in case you buy wings or vampire bat wings, feathered wings, skeletal wings. There's this giant 2-handed hammer with some kind of a trawling mechanism. This is like when you're not off fighting, you're doing labor in the fields. That's what's going on here. Cool sword. There's this pack. Don't need the pack. All right, we look at the figure itself, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the recording and I'm going to actually go do the blow dryer as prescribed in the non-ancient text that came with it, because I have damaged figures before by not doing the blow dryer. So hang tight. I have returned with one fully heated figure. Already feels better. So, wow, look at this thing. Would you look at this thing? This has got a lot of really cool detail to the armor. It's really a satisfying creation. This is pretty wild. All the leather straps and the little metal pieces and the paint on it and the color of the paint they chose. And look at that. You can lift open the lion helmet, and there's a face there. And I don't think the helmet comes off. In fact, I think there's another version. All right, so we never get hair on this character. That's okay, you can swap heads if that's really what you need. But this is pretty wild, and this figure has a lion insignia. I don't know anything about the lore of the Mythic Legions, so I'm assuming that this is the lion tribe. I'm going to gently rock the knees. And maybe gently rock the ankles. This one could use a bit more blow dryer. So this is really phenomenal looking. This is something that if you had the right kind of lens, you could get close up on this figure and it's going to look pretty photorealistic. Even more so if you did a little bit of paint modding to just make it not look so brand new. But this still looks good. So I think the lion character, Hadriana, she's gonna need some type of a lion. Oh, let's give her some armor too while we're at it. So this plugs in. If you guys don't know, all the Mythic Legions fantasy figures are part of a system of interchangeable parts. This allows for people to mod, and the designers can reuse. Finally. So this character needs a lion, and I've got some animals. I'm going to bump the cam for a second while I open the drawer. And there could be a lion in here. All right, let's see what you guys think. There's this one, huh? Anybody going for that? No? It's a bit shiny. Ooh, look at this, it's like a little lion puppet head that goes on your finger. Hold on, check this out. I remember picking this up, thinking it would be like a cool sort of taxidermy trophy head for an action figure to have on the wall. But that's kind of cool. We might use that for something. Here's one of these Disney lion figures. Another one. In fact, oh, they're both Disney. All right, that's unfortunate for all involved. All right, here's a strike these guys. They're out. There's a generic lion, but it's so small. Where are we gonna find a large lion? Maybe we're not. Maybe the lions just are in the background. Some of these lions were not made for anything. And I have one more. It's a female. Kind of a cute cub. Leopard. Yeah, it's a stretch, but you know. It's time for these figures to come out. They've been hanging out, waiting for this time. Now it's time. Too bad the Horsemen didn't make like a orca, killer whale or something. I've got characters. All right, so this. All right, fired. How about this, folks? Is there any love? Any love for Rubber Lion and Good Night, if you know what I mean. So, I think this is pretty cool. Let's take a look. You know, I had a thing about the capes that these guys do, and that there's no real way to know how the cape goes on other than to go online and ask questions. But what happens is it's got these holes in it, and they actually pin in through the little armor spots in the back. You know, where the pauldrons have a little point that goes in. And last figure I got, I had one cape that went with it. This one has got some kind of like sort of furry mane thing, and you know, I mean, is it just this? Pin it under. What's going on here? So there'll have to be some more exploring with that. It looks like it's a shawl, like it tapers down and comes around. I don't know. It seems like winter wear though. And what do you guys think? Does that look weird? I believe the scabbard goes on the belt. How you get the belt on the figure, I think you may have to take it apart. I think you might have to pull the torso apart. That's what I'm guessing. I am a noob at these guys. If you don't know these guys, you are learning along with me. Okay, so here's Hadriana with the, I'm gonna call it a long sword because it's one-handed, but it's quite a beast. Speaking of which, here's her lion. Always trying to get in the shot. And I don't know, maybe she needs the cloak. Maybe we need to have full helmet down. A little bit of wrap up on this figure. This came from the Four Horsemen Friday sale. It was one of about 10 figures that were available. I can't believe how detailed this thing looks in person and what you could probably get out of it as far as photography goes. It comes with a little different head, kind of like a Knights Templar sort of head. And it comes with two cloaks. One is like a furry, kind of like bear cloak. And a couple of different weapons, of course, a sword, a hammer, and a morning star. But I think that what's really cool about this is the lion helm here that covers the face. And when you lift it up, you see this really striking woman underneath. A very cool piece. I'm tempted now to get more of the characters with this red and black motif on it. Of course, if this is a new figure, be sure to heat it up first with the blow dryer. Something I did. I'm going to hit it again before I move it anymore. Some of the joints are still a little bit stiff, and nothing wrong with working on them for a bit. I use the blow dryer to get heads off of G.I. Joe guys and the boots, which are trying to get some of those German jack boots off the G.I. Joes or 21st Century Toys is it's like a good, it's like an afternoon of just working on that, of just slowly heating and moving and heating and moving. You know, if you do too much, you could, like if you boil it, you could damage it. So don't boil your toys. Some people will tell you that that's something you can do. You can't do that. Don't do that. Just blow dryer and put it on warm, and it takes a little bit longer, but it's totally worth it. And recommend that for these guys. I think this one cost me $35 plus whatever the shipping. They're normally $49 on Big Bad Toy Store when they have them. When do they have them? They never have them. They're always sold out. I don't know about that. Sometimes they have them. Sometimes there's pre-orders. You can pick up stuff there all the time. I recommend that you check those guys out first. After that, there's a host of other stores I like to use, but that's been my recent go-to for the time being. They usually have most everything, and looking forward to getting more from the Horsemen. So catch you at the next one.